Welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. Thanks so much for clicking. To my returning subscribers, thank you for your continuous love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please feel at home. Have you had an opportunity to hit that subscribe button yet? If not, do me a favor. Take a second, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to like and share. I always love listening to the president of Rwanda talk. No matter what world stage he's on, he's always so calm, cool, and collective. When he speaks, people stop and listen. And it was no different at the United Nations General Assembly. He had some serious points to lay out in a very short but action-packed speech. He talked about how the debt for Africans was killing them.
Developing countries face exaggerated risk premiums for both currency and political risk, which are simply unjustified. We need serious cooperation to address this. In developing countries, we also have a responsibility to be accountable for the quality of our financial governance and the management of our natural resources. Increasing access to finance also requires reform of our global financial institutions.
He was talking about climate, peace, and the need for fair and equitable partnerships. He shared that Rwanda is looking forward to being a part of the United Nations going forward in all of their initiatives, especially the Innovation Initiative in Africa.
In this regard, we welcome the proposals of the Bridgetown Initiative, as well as the Paris Summit for a new Global Financing Pact. Rwanda also supports the second replenishment of the Green Climate Fund to create the fiscal space for vulnerable nations to tackle climate change. Africa and small island developing states, many of which are represented in the Commonwealth, want to work with partners and be part of the solution. That is an important outcome of the recent African Climate Summit held in Nairobi under the leadership of President William Ruto. However, we must not only cool down on climate, we must also cool down on conflict. Today, there is no sign of ongoing conflicts ending anytime soon. We do not even see hope from those with the most influence that an end is in sight. Innocent lives are left alone to carry the burden of this instability. That is a profound injustice.
He also invited everybody and asked them to come to Rwanda for one of the upcoming events, not only the celebration of the genocide of Rwanda next year, but also for a United Nations landlocked event. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
The migration crisis is a case in point. Every year, migrants and refugees undertake dangerous journeys in search of a better future. Rwanda remains committed to working with partners, including the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, to contribute to a durable solution. This decision is informed by our experience and knowing firsthand the pain of losing everything and not having a place to call home. That is part of our promise to leave no one behind. We continue to need a more effective forum to manage global crises. That's why the United Nations was created in the first place. However, that does not absolutely absolve any country or region of the responsibility to address the governance shortfalls, which are the root cause of instability. In this regard, I welcome the Secretary General's report on a new agenda for peace. Bilateral interventions, to which Rwanda contributes actively in various places, can provide a rapid response to a crisis situation. But to have a lasting effect, the need to pave the way for multilateral engagement and international political progress. No matter the amount of troops deployed, the mindset should be to get results which serve the interests of the people on the ground. Paying lip service to peace and getting lost in process and formalities only serves to confirm the selective attention of some in the international community. We still have a long way to go. Africa urgently needs to be fully represented in bodies where decisions concerning our future are made. Just as urgently, Africa must be fully prepared to speak with one voice. Ultimately, a more effective development cooperation framework must give equal weight to everyone's needs and priorities. That is what builds fair and equal partnerships and a more just and peaceful world. That's what we all claim to want, even as we too frequently fall short. In that spirit, allow me to commend the United Nations Development Program, led by Akim Steiner, for the Timbuktu initiative to strengthen the African startup innovation ecosystem. This week, the International Telecommunications Union, led by Doreen Bodan-Martin, together with UNDP, unveiled a major new initiative on inclusive digital public infrastructure. Rwanda is very happy to be associated with these efforts, which show the United Nations at its best. For Rwanda, the source of our solidarity comes from our commitment to never allowing a repetition of the tragedy that was inflicted on us nearly 30 years ago. We continue to remain grateful to all who have accompanied us on our journey as we plan to commemorate the genocide against the Tutsi for the 30th time in April 2024. To conclude, I look forward to welcoming leaders at the third United Nations Conference on landlocked developing countries, which Rwanda will host in June 2024. I thank you for your kind attention.
I tell you, I could listen to that man talk because he speaks sense. He speaks calm, cool, and are very specific. He's very intentional with what he's saying. And he has this way of pulling you in. And I'm sure the other global leaders are listening. Whether they're going to take action to his call to actions, we'll have to wait and see. But this is definitely an African leader that many African leaders should take an example from. He has done so much in the area of development for Rwanda, as well as played a key role on many world stages, including the United Nations. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on the president of Rwanda's speech, so please drop them in the comments and let me know, what would you like to see African leaders go on the world stage and start talking about, start fighting for Africans, Drop your comments in the comments below and let's have a conversation. And of course, don't forget to hit that notification button, like and share. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.